While talking to a lot of people, I understand this. People do not understand their value. They do not understand their value. So this video is about that. I got a chance to talk to a lot of people with various backgrounds about the value within themselves, and they seem to depreciate themselves at every chance they get. Pay attention to this video to understand why you should appreciate yourself. My name is Cyrus Ausar, and my mission is to embody the emotion of overcoming. I believe we all fight battles we hide from the world. My objective is to help you win those battles through perspective. Stay tuned. I get a chance to talk to a lot of people about different things. And one of the major things that I ran across is some people do not appreciate themselves. I'll give you a big example that I run into all the time. When speaking at a lot of schools, I run into a lot of young women that grew up in environments where they didn't have no male influence. So they end up starting a date. And the young boy will give them compliments. They'll say things like, "You're beautiful," or, "I really like you," or all those different things. And the fact that they never heard those things before, they feel like, how do I repay that? How do I repay that? And they start thinking, and they feel like they should repay it with their body. I should repay it through sex. And it's disheartening because that's the thing that these young women feel like all they have. I don't have anything else. My dad isn't here. My mom don't talk to me, etc. So any little piece of feeling good, let me just go ahead and jump into it. Let me go ahead and give up my body. Let me give up whatever. And they end up giving up their full self because they never learn to value themselves. And this can happen at a young age. And I've seen it also lead into adulthood, where somebody feel like, how do I repay what is being done for me? The way I repay it, let me give myself up completely. Let me give up my body. Let me give up this. Let me give up this. And that's just not understanding the value of self. You don't have to depreciate yourself so much that you just want to give your body away. That doesn't equate a compliment. It does not equate a compliment or a gesture or a gift. It's funny because when I was given this topic, I was met with criticism to say, people gonna feel like you hating. Because when you was young, you was messing around with girls and all that other type of stuff. And it's true, when I was young, I was messing around with girls, but I knew it was wrong at that time too. I knew it was wrong, but at that point I didn't care. And once you grow from something and you conscious of it, you can no longer condone the behavior. So even when I was young, I didn't take advantage of somebody by, saying, I want to give you this compliment, then I'm going to have sex with you. I really liked the girls. I really liked them. But I'm seeing that happen now that I know that that's a process. Me really liking them made them feel like, how do I equate that like? And it's a sad thing because I see it transform into adulthood. I see it transform into all these different things in life because I'm just talking about one avenue that's easily understood. A compliment does not equate your body. Everybody gets that, or understands it rather. So how does that look like in a job force? What does that look like in a relationship? What does that look like everywhere where you depreciate yourself and overcompensate at the same time? They don't really, well, somebody did this for me at my job, so I'm about to work these extra hours. It's like, you don't have to. Listen, we must value ourselves. We all we got in the end. What I mean by that is when you hit that pillow, you got to deal with that on your own. You might have somebody laying next to you. You might have kids in the next room and all that. And we make these sacrifices for the people around us. But at the same time, you have to understand who you are. You have to understand that you hold value. And you do not have to give yourself to anybody for anything less than what you feel like it is. Because when we, as young men, we trying to figure out ways, to have sex, whether we got a game or whether we doing whatever. So our role, if we don't like you, our role is to figure out what is the easiest path to convince you that I do like you so I can get something out of you. So if you don't stand on the principles, I can make your mind think differently about what you stand on. If you really don't stand on your morals, your principles, all these other things, then I can change what you stand on. And if I change what you stand on, I can manipulate you. That's how the mind works. I can manipulate you then. So it starts to really look at your value system. And sometimes we come from these bases where we're not taught these things. So the next question, where do you get your value system from? You can get it by analyzing people that you appreciate. You might be a young girl, you look at, hypothetically, Michelle Obama. Young man, you might look at Barack Obama. If this is something, I'm being hypothetical. You can read on them. You look at these principles of what they value themselves at. You can look at your grandma. You can look at people in positions of what you like morally. The positions of what you like, and look at what they're doing. I'm not saying you're going to do everything that they're doing 100%, but what I'm telling you is you're going to develop a base. Because some people got older people around them that's going to give them real game, that's really going to be like, you shouldn't do this, you should do this, shouldn't do this. I've been around people that sell drugs, and they'll tell me, do not sell drugs at a young age. I've been around people that was in the gang life, not necessarily heavy, but in the streets. And they be like, yo, you do not want to be in these streets, trust me. Don't do that. Go get your education. And they would instill a value system within me. Like, don't do as I'm doing. But some people grow up with somebody that will diminish them and be like, yo, you know, you need to get out here and do this. That's not favorable for them. So I'm saying we have to always look at this and understand your value. This requires self-reflection. It requires us to think deeply internally. And it's not an easy thing, especially if we come from an environment where they did not teach us. But it can be done. Do not give yourself up for nothing that you don't feel like it's worth it. Don't sell yourself short, and don't act like you're something that you're not. Keep your value intact. That's what I want to say. Thank you for checking out this video. I appreciate you taking out the time. I look forward to your likes, comments, and please subscribe. I look forward to it. Keep me updated. Thank you.